Troubling scenes here as parts of Venezuela's capital city descend into chaos. A Venezuelan National Guard vehicle ran over some protesters and also doused the crowds with water cannons today. The opposition leader is calling on members of the military to rise up and turn on the Venezuelan president, and that call for a military uprising led to massive clashes there in the streets.
The Trump administration's backing the opposition party along with most of the citizens there as the unrest grows. Gunshots and violence erupting as government forces clash with supporters of opposition leader and interim president Juan Guaido near a bridge in Caracas. Guaido is calling on the military to support a peaceful transition of power. It is supported by the people. He's trying to force out Nicolas Maduro, who's refusing to leave office. The transition was supposed to happen back in January. The unrest has been escalating ever since tensions were very high. We showed you earlier the footage of army tanks keeping protesters from advancing on that highway. Guaido and much of the public blame Maduro for the country's economic and humanitarian crisis.
We want as our principal objective the peaceful transfer of power, but I will say again, as the president has said from the outset, and that Nicolas Maduro and those supporting him, particularly those who are not Venezuelan, should know is all options are on the table.
Dozens of protesters have been killed. Maduro's remained out of sight while his political future hangs in the balance. His government's vowed to contain this uprising.
Ripple effects being felt around the world. That unrest in Venezuela also having an impact on the baseball diamond. Here
locally, some of our D-backs players, did you know, are from the troubled country, and they carry a heavy heart when they're taking the field tonight out at Chase Field. Jason Berry is live outside the ballpark, and these players still have family over there, right?
Yes, they do. David Peralta, Wilmer Flores, and Eduardo Escobar, all from Venezuela, and they are all paying close attention to what's going on in their home country. Today we caught up with Escobar, who paid a special visit to some Valley students.
This wasn't just another ball player stopping by to see some kids. Eduardo Escobar is a real-life role model.
To be able to have someone to look up to and to be able to say, I could be like him someday is absolutely, it's breathtaking.
Good morning, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo estás? Welcome.
The Arizona Diamondbacks third baseman paid a visit to Phoenix's Valencia Newcomer School Tuesday, a place where kids from around the world come.
I'm from Africa.
To learn English and a new way of life, just like Escobar had to do when he moved to the United States more than a decade ago from his home country of Venezuela.
The most best part for me is when they see a smile on the kid's face. It's the most important for me. Every time I see a smile on the kid, I'm be happy.
Escobar's visit held even more significance with all the protests and chaos back in Venezuela. One of the students Escobar met was 12-year-old Luis T.S. Chupin, who's also from Venezuela. Luis and his mom moved here 8 months ago.
I worry about my family because they are killing the people. The president say if you don't respect him, they go to your house and kill you or put in the jail.
Scary.
Yes.
So you worry about family?
Yes. I'm very worried.
Escobar hopes his visit provided a needed distraction, passing out new gloves and hats, helping kids in the garden, and of course playing a little baseball out on the playground. Escobar is asking for thoughts, prayers, and peace back home.
Bad situation in my country right now, especially today. So I stay pray, I have my families over there. I think a lot of players have family in Venezuela, but hopefully the most important is stay pray every day with Jesus, hopefully God will take control to my country, So it's bad situation right now over there, but, I stay focused here, play baseball.
It was pretty cool to see Escobar bond with those students today. He told me he has spoken to his mother and she is doing well, so that is definitely good news. Reporting live in downtown Phoenix, Jason Berry for Arizona's Family.